Pet food or pet food? Which do you feed your pet? There is a difference, you know. You see, pet food ingredients make you shake your head and wonder why such things were ever allowed into pet food in the first place. Stay tuned and you'll see exactly what I mean. Hi, my name is Greg Lohr, and like many of you, I am a pet owner. And when I began researching pet food, I was shocked by some of the things I found. One thing that I have learned that certainly concerns me is that there is a lack of understanding about proper nutrition among many pet owners. As an example, when I meet other pet owners, I ask if they have ever researched the ingredients in the pet food they buy. You might be surprised to learn that I hear no almost 100% of the time. So let's begin this journey by first discussing the evolution of pet food. In order to do this, we will go all the way back in time and talk about how pet food began. Pet foods were introduced around the time of World War II and consisted mainly of leftover grains and cereals. This wasn't done for nutritional reasons, but because these crops had been rejected from the human market, and rather than waste them, they were the start of pet foods. Now this was also the beginning of a whole new industry. However, it was not long before it became very obvious that leftover grains and cereals didn't provide adequate nutrition by themselves. Therefore, meat began to be added, so that puppies and kittens could at least grow up without being undernourished. But again, this was not prime USDA quality meat. It was what had been rejected from the human market and rerouted into pet foods. Now this meat is often categorized as the 5 Ds: dead, diseased, dying, disabled, and even drugged. You might be thinking, well, that was a long time ago. Surely things have improved by now. Well, you decide. Rejected animals of all kinds are still used in many commercial pet foods. Ground up bones, feathers, and heads are still used as protein sources. Hard to digest grains and fillers are still used, as well as powerful chemical preservatives to maintain a long shelf life. And our beloved animals are still suffering from short lifespans, as well as a variety of nutritionally related diseases. Now speaking of lifespans, did you know that dogs and cats have the genetic potential to live well into their 20s? Yet throughout my life, most people I have known with dogs have lost their beloved pets between 11 and 13 years of age. Most likely, this is due to poor nutrition. In the next few minutes, I'll be providing you with a list of criteria that you should follow when choosing the best pet food for your pet. You will need to be aware of how to read a pet food label. It isn't enough to simply choose the food based on a pretty bag or clever marketing. You need to know exactly what your pet is eating. But first, you need to know what should not be in pet food. Once you realize this, you can literally rule out many of the commercial brands on the market today. So let's start with these 3 ingredients: corn, wheat, and soy. These 3 ingredients are grouped together because they're basically cereal grains that should never be found in your pet's food. They're used mainly to increase the percentage of protein in the guaranteed analysis. But they are highly indigestible. The indigestible proteins cause stress on the kidneys. And once your pet reaches 5 or 6 years of age, it may be considered a senior. Why? Because of all the stress placed on the kidneys through low-quality protein sources. But consider this important fact. These ingredients are also known allergens. Corn is thought to be the number 3 cause of allergies amongst dogs and cats. Do you know any pets with allergy problems? Many pets with allergies often wind up on drug therapies when all they may really need is a better diet. Now, these ingredients come in a variety of names such as ground yellow corn, gluten, whole grain corn, ground whole wheat, whole grain sorghum, wheat flours, and others. This renaming is usually done to hide the fact that these cereal grains may actually be the main ingredient when combined together. When it comes to feeding our pets, I think you'll agree that meat should be the number 1 ingredient for optimal health, not cereal grains. So let's quickly recap. In this video, we have discussed the evolution of pet food, as well as some ingredients that should not be in pet food. Here are a few questions to ask yourself. 1. How safe do you feel feeding your pet's meat categorized as the 5 Ds: dead, diseased, dying, disabled, and even drugged? Number 2. If foods included in the guaranteed analysis are highly indigestible, is your dog or cat actually getting the protein they should be getting from their food? Stay tuned for part 3 of our series, where we will discuss more about the guaranteed analysis. And question number 3. If corn, wheat, and soy are known allergens for pets, why are they usually listed among the top ingredients on the pet food label? Next, I'll discuss the shocking truth about byproducts, bone meal, and chemical preservatives.